What I'm going to be discussing today is what products you should be using on your skin and what products you shouldn't be using on your skin. We often find in our skin clinic that a lot of clients come to us and their main problems are normally due to using the wrong products at home. And a lot of products we buy over the counter can be quite detrimental. So I want to explain why they're detrimental to the skin and what's going to be the best options to use. And we speak from experience and we speak from knowing the skin, really. It's all from experience and results. So what I want to get across straight away is that we shouldn't be over washing our skin. We've been banging on about this for many, many years. So it's not new, and it's now becoming to people realizing that certain ingredients can actually be detrimental to the skin's natural lipid barrier. So the thing is, what I want you to sort of the take home message today is you wash floors, you wash your car, but you do not wash your skin. You cleanse your skin. So anything that is going to foam is bad for the skin because it foams, it's going to have strong surfactants in it, and a strong surfactant is going to strip the skin's natural barrier function. So if you've got something in your bathroom that foams, maybe use it on the body, but definitely do not use it on the face. So here's a list of products which are my pet hates. So if I just go through why I feel that these products are detrimental for the skin. Wipes, more and more of us are realizing that wipes are no good for the skin. And the reason why is, if you can imagine, it's a sort of a cloth, a fibre cloth that is wet and moist with ingredients in it. And that fibre cloth is then put into a sealed plastic bag that is moist. And it has a shelf life of anything between 2 to 3 years. So that means for something that is wet and moist in a plastic bag sealed, it doesn't mouldy, no mold grows on it, it stays as fresh as a daisy in this bag. And for something to stay that fresh, there's going to be preservatives in it. So the problem is due to the ease of using a wipe, you're going to take that wipe out of its bag and you're going to wipe your face, and then you're normally going to go to bed. So you've just wiped, you might have taken your makeup off, which is great, or cleansed your skin, which is good, but you've just now going to go to sleep with a load of the properties of that product are going to be left on your skin, and you're going to sleep with it. And once or twice is not going to be a big deal, but over a period of time, your skin will start to not like it. So if you're using wipes now, my advice is bin them, just get rid of them, they're no good. Cetaphil, a lot of people are recommended to use Cetaphil. Personally, I don't understand why, because the ingredients in it are quite harsh on the skin, and long-term use of this product will impair the skin's natural barrier. And the same goes for Proactiv, the same goes for Clinique, and the same can go for La Roche-Posay. There's nothing in those products that are skin likable. The skin doesn't really feel that they're necessary for the skin. They're necessary for what we feel to make the skin clean. But as I've said before, we don't want clean skin, we want to cleanse our skin. So with the Eve Lom, I haven't got a big bugbear about Eve Lom or these what I call big heavy thick Pond's cold cream products, but personally there's a lot of perfume in it. There's not a lot of stuff in it that is skin similar or is related to the skin, and I might be speaking out of turn, but I think it's a very expensive cleanser for what it is. You could just use Pond's cold cream, to be honest with you. So that's just something to think about, and you've got to think about the fact that it is using like a Vaseline, a petroleum jelly, a paraffin as per se. So it does leave a residue, so that lovely soft feeling you get with it, and it feels lovely and it smells lovely, and you know it is a wonderful product to use, but it's not doing your skin any favours at all. And the micellar water is becoming quite popular at the moment because it's in between a wash and an oil, but there's nothing in the micellar water that is doing your skin any favours at all. So I think now you're getting an understanding of why certain skin cares can upset your natural skin barrier and the homeostasis of the skin. My job isn't to tell you what to use or what not to use. My job is to give you an informed choice. So I will give you all the reasons why you can't use something, and I'm going to give you the reasons why you can. And then, speaking from my own personal experience of what I see on the skin and treating skins every day, that's where what I recommend you is why I recommend you it, because I know it works. One thing I want to get across with skincare, it is simple and easy if you get the right product, and you don't need a lot. You don't need to have different creams for, one at night, one in the morning, and all the different ideas that are out there. Less is more when it comes to skincare. So the next few slides, I'm going to tell you what I use and why, and then you can make the decision yourself. And if you're still confused, then you can find other skin educators, other skin therapists who do understand the skin as an organ. And then as long as they understand the skin, they're going to know the relationship a skincare can have with the skin. And that is really important. It's not just about, oh, this product's got this in it. Well, so how does that relate to the skin? So it's always got to go back to the skin. And the most important thing to get across, all skins as an organ are the same, but no two human beings are the same. So you can't really treat all skins exactly the same. So it all depends on the history of the skin, what the skin is, what's been happening to the skin, the diet, the lifestyle of the person attached to the skin. So I hope that has got that bit clear. So what should you be putting on your skin? So what I'm going to be recommending is the range called Dermavigils. I've worked with it for about 8 to 9 years now. In my sort of experience of skincare, there's been lots and lots of different skincares I've used. But when I found Dermavigils, this one sort of, I couldn't get my head around it straight away, but it's taken me this as many years. I mean, I know the results and I know it works, but for me, well, that wasn't enough. It wasn't enough to just to see the results. I had to know why. And realistically, it is so simple. The reason why Dermavigils works is because it works with the skin, not against it. There's nothing fancy about it. There's no smells in it. The products in it relate to the skin. So whatever your skin is missing, whatever your skin needs, these products will help to give it back to the skin. So I suppose it's working on a concept called corneotherapy, and it's working on the simplicity of the stratocorneum. So I'm not going to bang on too much about the skin and all of that. So I'm just going to now tell you about the products and give you an idea of what you need and why, and how is the best way to help your skin. So the most important thing is never underestimate a cleanser. If you think cleansing is the first thing that's going to touch your skin to remove the sort of top layer of grease and grime of the day. So you've got to remember the skin is a barrier. It's there to protect us. So any of the dirt particles and any of pollution and all those things aren't going to go into the skin. They're going to sit on the skin. So your cleanser just needs to slough it off, sort of cleanse it off. So if you're using a cleanser that's going to be detrimental to the skin, then you're going to have a skin that's impaired, and then those dirt particles and those impurities can actually sometimes get into the skin to an extent. So if your cleanser just keeps the pH of the skin even, if it keeps the homeostasis of the skin good, you're on a win-win. So my view is if you use nothing else in the Dermavigils range and you just use the cleanser, you are already on a start. It's a good place to start, and then you can just see how it goes. Work with it, see for yourself. So the cleansing milk's very straightforward. It's just a cleansing milk. We sell it with some little cleansing mitts, which there are other videos within this range that shows you how to use it. And to be honest with you, once you've used it, you won't most probably go back to another cleanser. The only people who don't like it, who might come to me and say, oh, I didn't like your cleanser, that's normally because they like the clean feel. They didn't think it washed the skin. They didn't think their skin was clean enough. So once I sort of get clients to understand that you don't clean your skin, you cleanse your skin, you wash cars, you don't wash your face, then with time you start to, it's within a sense, you don't like the feel, it's your senses talking, not your skin. So I normally just bang on until they actually realise this is a good product. And once they get that, then they realise, yeah, you're right. So cleansing milk, to be honest with you, the best place to start. The Enzyme Skin Renewal is something that we would recommend you to use instead of using a scrub or a peeling product or two abrasive products which you have been led to believe will help to exfoliate. So exfoliation isn't something the skin actually naturally does. The skin naturally desquamates. It sloughs off, it falls off. So what you want to do is you want to work with Mother Nature, not against it. So the enzyme is a powder. You mix it with water. You can apply it onto the face. You can use it weekly, or we have a system where you can use it daily. You can just sprinkle it a small amount daily. And what it's doing is just allowing yourself to slough off all that excess skin that can build up for many different reasons, and that's the whole video on its own. So if you do like to use scrubs, or you like to sort of look at peeling your skin, or you like to think you want to get rid of an excess layer of skin, the Enzyme Skin Renewal is the most perfect thing to use. I mean, again, once used, absolutely loved and adored. And again, we've got many videos on how you can use this at home, and of course it is used in treatment if you ever have a professional skincare. So my view is try it. You know, what's the worst that's going to happen? You're going to waste one little sachet of it, but one sachet, just does last 5 treatments, so it's well worth the money. When it comes to Dermavigils, one of the benefits of Dermavigils is we can make you a customized blended cream or serum. So there's about 29 actives, and what we would do, depending on what the skin is showing us or explaining to us, we can then use an active in a blend or give it to you neat, and then we can actually solve the underlying problem a little bit deeper. You can buy some of the actives off the shelf. They do work very well, but it's just I wanted to get across that Dermavigils is a little bit more than an off-the-shelf product. So you can make bespoke creams and bespoke serums for your skin. And the aim is as we treat the skin's going to get better. So we're going to start to change the actives because of that. So if ever you read about Dermavigils and you see about all the many actives, don't get too worried about them, because that's the job of a skin therapist or skin educator, to help you know what's the best active for you. So when it comes to creams, the creams are very simple. They're 3 different creams, all different sort of levels of oiliness, as per se, like the lipid in the cream. So depending on the time of year, depending on your skin, what you've done to your skin, where your skin is, will depend on what cream. Unfortunately, what can also happen, again, your senses can kick in. Sometimes you can use a cream and you think, oh, I don't like the feel of that, it's too oily, or I don't like the feel of that, it makes me too matte. Again, your skin will tell you what you need. When you put a cream on, it should just absorb in. You shouldn't really have too much residue left on the skin, but your skin shouldn't feel tight after you've put the cream on. It should just feel soft, and just, to be honest, you should put your cream on and it just should feel lovely. So I would recommend the High Classic is one of our best sellers, but the High Classic Plus is better if you feel your skin is more on the drier side. If you're saying, oh, but I've got oily skin, my view would be, there is a product called Classic, but my view would be, well, why is your skin oily? Because most of the time an oily skin is because something has created it to be oily. I have never yet found a skin, maybe I would say once in my 30 years experience, when a client had a very greasy hair and she had a very proper oily skin. She had proper oil on her skin, you could feel it. But then she had a whole complete hormone imbalance. So most people that come to me and say, oh, my skin's oily, it's actually not it's not always oily. Sometimes it can be related to something what we call transepidermal water loss. So it feels, when you touch it, you think, oh, look, it feels oily, but it's actually more water loss. So I would say if you're using the right cleanser and you're using the right enzyme, then you use High Classic, and it, again, perfect, absolutely perfect way to help the skin. So I just want to get across now about my idea of the wardrobe of creams. Now, what happens is your skin is a living organ. Now, your skin is going to sort of it's going to change depending on where you put your skin. So if you fly, you're going to be in an airplane, and that's going to change the skin. If you live in a very hot climate, that's going to change your skin. If you live in a very cold climate, that's going to change your skin. And if you live in the UK, we have all the climates and we travel. So the problem is I've mentioned my cleanser, I've mentioned the actives, I've mentioned the enzyme, I've mentioned the creams. Sometimes they are not enough. As you know, if when you go away on holiday, you wouldn't be taking your winter clothes if you're going on a beach holiday, and vice versa. So when it comes to the skin, do not think that the creams and the products you use in the summer are going to help you in the winter, or the creams you use at home and then you go and fly somewhere else, or you're in a hotel room or you've got air conditioning, are going to be enough. So what I'm trying to say is have an open mind that you might need to tweak your products depending on where you're taking your skin. But again, that is what the job of a skin therapist or skin educator is going to help you with. So I'm going to leave you now, and I hope I've given you enough information to give you an idea of what you should and shouldn't be using. So, you know, just know there is help out there and you don't have to suffer with your skin on your own. So thanks for watching.